Bean Games!
Wait, where'd my face go? Where'd my face go? Why can't I see myself? What is this? Oh, wait, there I am. Well, that was odd. Am I there now? I think I'm there now. Something with the layers in OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. Is that what it's called? That's what I use to, record the footage of myself. But I guess my layer got caught behind the game layer. I just updated it, some settings reset, so my apologies for that. Guys, you know what's good? 100% unsweetened dark chocolate. Take a look at that. I mean, I don't know how well you can see it. It's super good. I've gotten into this lately. I'm sorry because I'm chewing right into the mic, and you probably hate that. I'm sorry. I'll try to finish this and not chew on it for the entire episode. But with that unsweetened chocolate, you have to eat it real slow because it's so... I mean, the first word that comes to mind, yes, is bitter. But it's rich. It's real. It is pure, unadulterated chocolate. And it's wonderful. I keep this in my snack box in the truck, no doubt. And a little bit goes a long way. It's not like chocolate chips. I'm terrible around chocolate chips because I'll just guzzle them by the fistful. Because there's so much sugar, in it. And it's like sugar makes you want sugar, makes you want sugar, makes you want sugar. Just nonstop. Like a sugar merry-go-round. You're just going around and around and around. Ooh. But dark chocolate, half ounce, nibble on it for 20 minutes. Oh, just delightful. Anyway, welcome to Bean Games. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that we've made it to Friday yet again. What a joy. What a delight. I should probably actually get into the game after waxing eloquent on my chocolate for so long. Oh, did you get that snap? You had to have gotten that snap on the mic. I mean, beautiful. Just beautiful. Guys, I'm going to be completely honest. Today, it's time to see what Bean Games trucking is all about. We will do at least one delivery, I think, today, but I think we may take a look at the garages and whatnot today. Let's take a look at our progress history. So my statistics, we are level 10, on our way to level 11. You probably can't see all of these because my face is blocking them up there. Total driven distance of 8,896 kilometers. So many kilometers. We've hit 11.33% of roads explored. 30 deliveries finished. We've played this game for over 10 hours now. We're averaging just a little over an hour per episode. Some less, some more. Terrific. So, I mean, we're making good progress here. Our skills are boosting up. But what I'm really interested about is, here we go, Company Manager. Bean Games Trucking. We got about 50 grand in liquid cash right now. Garage Manager. Let's just start here. Okay. So right now we have one garage. Just the basic garage that you get after what, like hitting level 1 or 2 or something like that. Only has 1 slot. We can upgrade to a small garage for 180,000, and then a big garage for another 100,000 on top of that. And that is in our home city of Dusseldorf. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. I don't think I'd ever clicked on this before. So yeah, tiny garage, 1 truck, just me. Daily profit of 15,000. What is this? A fully equipped garage of this size is expected to earn this much money a week. This bar shows how well this garage is doing. So this garage is expected to earn 20,000 per week. Per week? Yeah, and we're hitting over 15,000 per day. So we are making fantastic profit here. Revenue for the last week. Okay, yeah. So we've made 120,000. So our numbers are way up. Truck maintenance, about 10,000 of that. Fuel for drivers. We're turning a huge profit. I mean, just massive profit. But again, it's a one-man operation, and that we can only scale that up so far. So this is why we have to start thinking about growing it over time. Average daily profit, again. Even if we expand and then hire a dud of a guy, I think I'm pulling enough weight where we should be good. Now, garage slots, we just have the 1. Okay, yeah, just me. Just Bean. My driver's rating is 2.5. My profit per distance. My good old Volvo's classic sleeper. Okay, so that's everything about me. Can I do anything from this? Oh, yeah, I can just upgrade right from there. So if I upgrade, it will add an extra 2 slots. So I'll go from 1 to 3. Okay. Before we do that, let's take a look at the truck manager. Okay, so the 1 truck we have, again, just my Volvo classic sleeper. All these statistics of which I have no idea what they mean. We're seeing the same stats as typical. Yeah, so and then and then driver manager. So this is employee. This is me. My base wage. I mean, I'm paying myself at this point. Training policy. Interesting. Okay. Nothing at the moment. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's go to our garage. Now I don't have enough money. So what we are going to have to do is head to the bank. So how much can we take out? We can take out... Ooh. Interesting. So I've only got 50. And... interesting. I've got 50. If I take out 100,000, that doesn't give us enough. But that's 28. That's paying back 2,800 a day. If we can pay back roughly double that, but we get 4 times the amount of money. So we can take out a 400,000 euro loan. 70 days at 12% interest. Highway robbery is what it sounds like to me. But you have to spend money to make money. And we know that on my own, I'm still making like 15,000 euros a day. So we should be okay there. Yeah. Let's take out a big loan. Oh, I just felt like a little, gut punch there. I need some more chocolate to feel okay. Delightful. Well, now we have almost 500,000 euros, and this is wonderful. So now back to garages. Dusseldorf, our home garage. Let's upgrade. Yes. And just like that... Oh, did I just trigger something? Are we going to get a cutscene of our garage being built on? Very excited. Look at that 3-car garage. Oh, we have upgraded. We never really went back by our garage in Dusseldorf, but remember, it was just that little shack in the middle of the woods with nothing there. Now we have got a sprawling, and that's still the small one. I mean, we can upgrade it again, which I'm not going to do, but for another 100,000, which we could swing right now, but I'm not going to get up to 5. Wow, that is very cool. So now a fully equipped garage of this size is expected to earn 150,000 a week. That's a lot. Okay. So now what can we do? What can we do here? Now, do I need to buy another truck and then hire a driver? I'm guessing drivers probably don't. Oh, okay. Recruitment. Oh man, I'm very excited to hire a driver, but I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't know if they bring their own truck or not. Let's see. Let's just start by looking at, people are the core and the backbone of any good organization. So let's see who we've got here. We've got what? 8 candidates. All right, time for some interviews. Great selection of highly professional drivers. They'll take a fee. Okay. All right. So our first 4 applicants, we have Tomas, we have Bob, we have Jacob, and we have Ida. Bob and Ida, you are not very well rated. You are early starting out truckers. Tomas, you are very highly rated. And you're not asking for that much more money. I mean, their asking rates seem pretty similar. Tomas wants an extra 10 or 15 euros per delivery and a few cents more per kilometer, but that's not that bad. Now, you don't have any marketable skills except the eco driving, which is important to the company, but is it important as an employee? That's hard to say. Jacob, you seem a significant step down, but only a marginal decrease. Who do we have on page 2? Not very good. All these people are just starting out. Which, I mean, let's think about Bean Games Trucking. Do we want to hire established drivers, or do we want to hire green newbies and try to train them up? We've got Ryan. We've got Gertruda. She looks like an elementary school principal. Maybe this is her side gig, because we don't pay teachers enough in America. But we're not in America. We're in Europe. So that my whole argument breaks down. Joseph, you have not slept in months, apparently. The bag's under your eyes, son. You look like you're a little... Joseph looks like the kind of guy who might be taking speed in his cabin to stay awake longer than he should. Jaroslav, you have an honest look about you, a former computer programmer who had enough of sitting at a desk and instead decided to sit in a truck. Ryan, you look like a trucker. I appreciate you. Nice hat. Tomas, something about you is kind of shifty to me. I'm not sure if it's the hair or the fact that you won't look me in the eye. Bob, I'm going to hire one of these people. And right now I'm leaning towards Ryan. He can take high value cargo and he can take just-in-time delivery. His rating is not good, but Ryan looks like a guy who graduated from college, worked in a warehouse for 2 or 3 years. He's struggling to make ends meet. He's got some drive. He's got some gumption. He's got a good attitude. Look at that smile. Look at those dimples. Look at that trucker hat. I just got a good feeling about Ryan. I think he needs a firm hand and he needs training. But Ryan Ronaldo, welcome to Bean Games Trucking. You are hired. No, I don't want to hire Joseph. I'm almost clicked the wrong box there. Ryan Ronaldo. Although we're just gonna call you Ryan because I will forget the Ronaldo part. Yes, I do. We're gonna hire you. They will arrive shortly, and they will start working automatically, providing they have a truck to drive. Okay, so I guess I do gotta buy him a truck. First of all, let's take a quick look at him on our employee screen. So we can set up their training policy as to what they will be trained to do, or I guess what skills to level up in. I can see their log. Interesting. Yeah, let's train him to go long distance. I feel good about that. Let's take a look at your log. Okay, there's nothing there because you haven't driven yet. And you are resting. Okay. Guess I should buy you a truck. All right, as you know, we are a Volvo dealership. For now, that sponsorship could change in the future. No doubt. But for right now, we are still driving Volvos. Almost done with that chocolate. Just a little nib left. A little chocolate nib. Oh, I can't buy online yet. Okay. We got a fast travel to Osnabrück. But we did. Pretty easy. What do we got here? Many of these are not even available. Okay, the first 4 are available for purchase. Do we go for the real basic? Or do we go for the deep aquamarine? I got a much... See, I don't know what these numbers mean. The first one has much better horsepower. Okay. I don't know what the engine torque numbers mean. So this one costs less, has more horsepower. Okay. All we're going to do is change. I want to change the paint color. How do I change the paint color? I completely forget everything. Oh, there it is. Paint job, of course. We got Black Knight. We got Deep Aquamarine. We got Custom Color. Ryan Ronaldo drives a red truck. Red truck for Ryan. I think that is that's exactly what we got to do. No, not preset. Here we go. Bottom of red truck. I'm not going to worry about tricking it out. He can do that if he wants. I do not want to drive it. I just want to buy it. Okay, where should we deliver your new truck? Select the destination garage, which should be in Dusseldorf, and then pick the target slot. We're going to give it to Ryan. Oh, look at that. The Volvo truck dealership will just deliver my new red truck. That is wonderful. What great service. This is why we love Volvo. Have I checked my email in a while? I got nothing. It's only when the bank wants to spam me. Okay, so go back to Company Manager. Go back to Garage Manager. Look at that. Out of our 3 slots, we've got Bean driving the blue. Oh, I didn't even think. Bean's driving the blue truck, and Ryan is driving the red truck. We're gonna have to. Every driver that we hire gets a truck that is the color of the first letter of their first name. Apparently, this is a thing. Didn't even know this was a thing, but this is definitely a thing. All right, Ryan, you're resting. You're idle. That's fine. I guess you have to. You're building up your strength. Okay, so we actually have the same truck. Okay, so I guess at some point you will. Oh, pardon me. Chocolate's making me a little. I guess you will just go get your own jobs. I don't think I have to get jobs for you. I think you'll just automatically do it. So go to it. We'll come back and check on you here in a bit. But for now, we've started the expansion. We have upgraded our garage. We have hired a driver and bought a new truck. Wow, I mean, we moved a lot of cash today. Whew. Now it's time to make back some of that cash. No doubt. Last piece of chocolate. Just savor it. Just let it roll around on the tongue for a bit. Wonderful. Okay, where did I leave off? I'm in Dresden? Okay. Well, let us take a delivery and get crack-a-lacking on making back some money, because the bank is going to be coming after my wallet. No doubt. All right, what have we got? We got roof lights. We got roof lights down to Salzburg. We've got goat cheese down to Vienne. We got carrots over to Kassel. Corks to Nuremberg. I like the money. This is the best money per kilometer. Down to Austria. Have we been to Salzburg? I'm terrible about keeping track of actually where we've been. So let's just take that one. Once again, I did not look. It's going to take me 8 hours to get there, and next rest stop in 9.5. Okay, we are good. What a relief. Let's get these roof lights to Salzburg, people. Off we go. Well, we've already had a wonderfully profitable episode. That was actually much smoother than I even thought it would be in terms of beginning to expand our Bean Games Truck Depot empire. What a joy. Now, again, I don't want to expand just willy-nilly. You know, I felt good about hiring Ryan, but he's got a lot of training to do, a lot of ways to go, and I want this at first to be more of a mentorship in terms of how we grow his skill set. Are we going here, people? There we go. So, what I don't want to do is just rush out and hire, 3 or 4 people and buy a whole bunch of trucks. Like, we went 10 levels, taking our time, and the first 10 levels were just about me, just driving the truck, just getting the feel, just making money, paying off our first truck entirely, which was a big win. So yeah, now it's just a matter of the daily grind of running the business. But there's joy in that. There's a lot of joy in just the day-to-day. I don't want to call it monotony because there's such a negative connotation of monotony being droll and mindless and waste of time and boring. But monotony can be a beautiful thing. I actually love designing my life so that each day has a lot. Well, I can't really say a lot of interesting things going on, but a lot of things that interest me that just happen every day, be it my work, be it my running, be it books I'm reading, be it how I use my spare time. It's about being productive and joyful every day in business affairs and in leisure time, and that's how you enjoy each day to the fullest. I've never understood people who live for the weekend. Who Monday through Friday is just survival until they can have a couple days of freedom. Now, granted, I know lots of people have to work jobs that they don't like or that they're not a fan of, and so they're always just hanging on until they can get a couple days off. And yeah, I'm blessed to work a job that I don't hate, that I enjoy, but I think so much about life is trying to design it where every day brings you an equal amount of joy, and living in that steady state happiness as much as can be. You can never control all aspects of your life, but hey, if you can optimize as much as possible in the day in, day out, that's where the daily joy comes from, and that's what we're all about here at Bean Games Trucking. Is just living each day to its fullest. I'm super nervous for Ryan. I hope his first day on the job goes well. I hope his first delivery goes well. I have no idea how they will inform. I guess I'll just have to go check on him. Maybe at the beginning or end of each episode. I don't know if I'll get notified if he, for each delivery he does. I wouldn't think so. I guess I'll just have to manually go check things out. But in the meantime, I just get to drive. I want to be like one of those bosses who is not afraid of rolling up their sleeves and getting in the trenches. Don't want to lose touch with what the trucking industry is all about. Didn't even look at our cargo here. What I haven't looked at in a while is any of our other camera angles. Ooh, whoops! Let's not veer off into the side wall of this tunnel here. That would be bad. Pardon me. I'm speeding just a little bit. Yeah, so guys, I am 4 episodes into the final season of The Wire, which I think is only 10 episodes long, so it's a little bit shorter. Most of the other seasons were like either 12 or 13 episodes, so we are coming down the home stretch. I figure within maybe a couple weeks, we'll have wrapped up the Wire series in its entirety. So far, season 5 is enjoyable. It introduces the new element of journalism, that slice of the pie in Baltimore city life. So it follows a bunch of employees at the Baltimore Sun newspaper. So you've got the editors and the beat writers. So the first episode or two, suddenly you're seeing a bunch of new faces, and it's, who's who and what's going on here. But at the same time, you also have a lot of the familiar faces from all the previous seasons still there. Storylines continuing from season 4, and some beloved characters from previous seasons returning. We've actually had a couple episodes with the Greeks, my favorite sort of bad guys-ish from Season 2, Praha discovered. What a wonderful little town of Praha. The Greeks, who were thick as thieves in there in Season 2 with the stevedores and the shipping black markets and smuggling escapades. Well, the Greeks are actually in charge of bringing in a lot of the raw drugs and drug materials that the inner city gangs sell and push. So they're kind of the wholesaler of them, the top level. So there's some shenanigans with some of the drug dealers and the Greeks. Things going down. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see how the season ends. People say there are lots of people who say that season 5 wasn't their favorite season of The Wire. Like, it gets a little too sensational. Hard to say. So far so good. I'm enjoying it. But then again, I enjoy most things. You know, I'm pretty easy to please. Let's be real. Ooh, I'm speeding through down here. Woof. Easy there. Roclaw. What a great name for a town. Roclaw. Only problem with being done with my half ounce of chocolate is that I'm done with my half ounce of chocolate. I'll get another half ounce tomorrow. Just so good. I've had kind of a complicated, well, sounds odd to say, I've had a complicated relationship with chocolate in my life. I mean, no, I haven't, not really. Chocolate is chocolate. Chocolate is wonderful, but I have not always been... Ooh, I'm sorry. Not observing the right of way here in these roundabouts. There have been large periods of my life where I haven't been as much of a chocolate fan when it comes to, just desserts or ice cream flavors or whatnot. Went through a long period in my teens into early 20s where I was very much a fruit dessert guy. Like, all fruit, all the time. Not just like straight fruit, but I mean, just like fruity, sugary things, berry flavored ice creams and things like that. To this day, anytime I go to Cold Stone Creamery, which I just did for the first time in a long time, a week or so ago, I'm not a very frequent patron of Cold Stone, but I was there, and I had to think. I was like, what do I get at Cold Stone? I feel like I have like a regular order, but what is it? And then I remembered it's sweet cream ice cream with raspberries, graham crackers, and coconut. Wonderful textures. But like raspberries in ice cream, blueberry pastries, blueberry muffins. I was just very much a fruit dessert kind of guy. Not that I didn't like chocolate, but I wouldn't really seek it out. But I feel like over the last few years, last 2-3 years, I've had more of a chocolate kick come in. Sometimes to my detriment, certainly. I try to limit my sugar intake. I don't know. I succeed sometimes. I don't always succeed. Sometimes, like I said, y'all, find a bag of chocolate chips and just destroy it. Just, by the fistful. Why, thank you, Vitas Power. But, I mean, chocolate's a wonderful thing. I don't get obsessive about it, but I love a good... There are a few things that are like... I say like straight chocolate. Like, I don't think if you gave me the choice of ice creams, like just straight chocolate ice cream would be farther down my list. But things like, I was gonna say like Yeah, like cookies and cream. That's kind of chocolate based. There are certain like chocolate and chocolate adjacent things. Rocky Road. Chocolate with marshmallows and nuts. That's whoa. Was that a speed bump or something that I hit? Ooh, easy there. But that's one of the reasons why I'll go in these phases with getting my unsweetened chocolate, because I love that chocolate taste, that kind of bitter tang, and just like Brill cream, a little dabble do ya. Never have I ever been inclined to start eating unsweetened chocolate and just, have a taste and then want the whole bar. You put a Three Musketeers in front of me, or even like a plain Hershey's, and I have a square, I'll probably finish the whole thing. But not with that unsweetened chocolate. A little dabble do ya, and I like that. Plus, they say that the unsweetened chocolate, or the 85% dark or the 90% dark, the darker it is, there are some good fats and some health benefits, and hey, I'm all about that. If I can be healthy eating chocolate, why not? Anything with chocolate bars makes me think way back to when I was in elementary school. My school would do these school fundraisers. Probably every school had different kinds of fundraisers, but we definitely, for a number of years, did the old selling the chocolate bars fundraiser. I remember them doing it like even the first year, my first grade, second grade, early on, got in that chocolate bar selling, that entrepreneurial spirit. Go to the local grocery store and sell candy bars outside the entrance. Take my little selling cases to church and try to pawn off bars on the old ladies there. There seemed to be always a staple selection of bars. There was your basic chocolate. There was caramel, which was your basic chocolate but with caramel filling. There was crunch bars, which were just like the crunch bars, except I think they spelled them with a K. And almond, which again, just with big old chunks of whole almonds in them. Those were like the 4 staple bars, the 4 chocolate bars of the apocalypse, as it were. There were some years where there was another kind. I want to say there was like a mint chocolate bar. I could be making that up. Don't recall. But even back then, I would never, like if I was buying them myself, I would never go for the straight chocolate. The caramel was great. I had a complicated relationship with almonds for much of my life. Almonds were just never my favorite nut until, again, the last couple of years, and suddenly almonds became a great treat that I highly enjoy on a regular basis. The crunch was always a standard favorite of mine. Crunch and the caramel. I would go back and forth between those two. Oh, and then a couple years they had I forget what they called it, but it was basically like a Butterfinger, a peanut butter-ish adjacent bar. I forget what they called that one. But I distinctly recall describing it to one old lady at church as a chocolate bar, but with mashed up Butterfingers inside. I wasn't a great salesman back then. I didn't really have the aplomb. I just relied on my cuteness. Which is probably why I never won any of the chocolate bar selling awards. It's okay. No regrets. Then some years, the fundraiser was more of that, selling things out of the catalog, everything from wrapping paper to Christmas ornaments to all sorts of other different kinds of packaged candy and chocolate goods and things like that. There were a few of those treats that were delicious. I always placed an order for myself. It was golden crumbles, which were like these little square-shaped... What flavor actually were they? Whoa, hold on. We've got a notification. We just earned 1,000 euros from our driver, Ryan Ronaldo. I'm so proud of you, Ryan. That's your first payday in, isn't it? So is that 1,000 euros that he contributed to Bean Games Trucking after his cut? I'm not sure. If so, that's terrific. Keep it up, Ryan. That's nice. So that does kind of tell us down there on the ticker how he's doing. Once we finish this delivery, we'll head over and see what it looks like when we can check his training, or not his training, his driver log, see if that tells us more details. But anyway, yeah, golden crumbles, katydids. There were a lot of those wonderful buttermints, like these gigantic melt in your mouth after dinner mints. Oh, I ate a lot of sugar as a kid, probably why I had so many cavities. Nobody ever said that I made good choices. But they left me with a lot of good memories. Excuse me. There's been several cars on these roads that are just passing left and right. Is this a two-lane road, or is this... No, yeah. I mean, this is two-directional. So there's just been several cars doing a lot of speedy old passing. I mean, can't blame them. These winding mountain roads, I wouldn't want to be stuck behind a truck either. Big old building there in the middle of nowhere. Wonder what that is. Ooh. A logging enterprise. Love it. Yeah, this is definitely one of the more sort of out in the middle of nowhere, sort of hilly mountainous regions that I recall seeing. Can I zoom out? Right? Well, no, I can't zoom out far enough to get a good read on where in the map we are. But if we were just going south and we're headed towards Salzburg. Ooh, slow down real quick here. Gotta get on the on-ramp. Hope no one was behind me there. Not too close anyway. Gotta remember to cover my mouth when I yawn, otherwise you guys are all gonna get real good views of my tonsils. Which I don't have a problem with, but Salzburg. There was which famous composer was from Salzburg? Probably several of them were in Salzburg at various times. But I couldn't tell you which. I'm not enough of a student of classical musical history to... Was Mozart from Salzburg? Was that Beethoven? I was just reading about Beethoven today. I forget why. I stumbled upon some Wikipedia rabbit hole, as I am often wont to do. Love Wikipedia. Love those rabbit holes. Just get on a train of reading about a bunch of different things, and you end up reading about Beethoven. Not even sure why. I did not know until today. There was a Beethoven movie back in, I want to say it was like the 90s, with Gary Oldman as Beethoven. Sure enough. It was less about Beethoven proper than it was about a friend of Beethoven's after he died who went through his correspondence and found a love letter that Beethoven had written to someone, but he didn't say who, and so this guy was trying to track down who it was. Something like that, which is based on something that actually happened with Beethoven's correspondence after his death or something. But I just read through the synopsis very quickly, and I probably will never watch the movie. But yeah, Gary Oldman as Beethoven. I mean, I figure there's got to be a lot of either flashbacks or parts of the movie with Beethoven in it before he dies, and the story, some of it takes place afterwards. Well, yeah. Speaking of movies, Avengers Endgame comes out this weekend. Don't know if you've seen it, or if you're planning to see it, or if you have no interest in seeing it. I may see it, maybe tomorrow, not sure, at some point soon. I'm trying to avoid going on the internet, which is impossible, but I'm trying to avoid spoilers, although I don't really care so much. Don't get me wrong, I love Marvel movies, and I love the MCU and everything. It's just, it's gotten so big. It's not that I'm fatigued by them. It's not that I don't enjoy the movies, but I haven't really felt any hype for Endgame. I'm curious. I will watch it and I will absolutely enjoy it, but there's nothing within me that's like, ooh, I'm so excited, I gotta know. So I guess I'm mostly avoiding spoilers just out of habit, out of practice. You know, I'll really be avoiding spoilers for Star Wars Episode 9 when it comes out this winter, for sure. But still, try to see it opening weekend. Avengers Endgame, that is. See how this all wraps up. Although I did read something today that the Spider-Man movie that's coming out this summer, Far From Home, Kevin, I still haven't learned how to pronounce his last name. Kevin Feige, Kevin, what's his name? Who's like the head of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has said that Spider-Man Far From Home will actually be the end of phase whatever we're in. Like this big arc of storytelling that we've been on for the last 11 years. So it's kind of a... Endgame is like the last big tentpole movie, and then Spider-Man Far From Home will be sort of the denouement to take us out of things, which is great. Which is kind of like what Ant-Man was, I guess, at the end of Phase 2 or Phase 3. Like I said, I have trouble keeping track. I watched one of those like 15-minute recap videos of like the road to Endgame, and I was just more confused by it. All these clips, and I was like, I know who these characters are, but I forget so many elements of what has happened in the movies. I'll probably look for another recap video or a good article, but I'm also not going to lose sleep over forgetting exactly what happened 4 movies ago between these two characters that infer something in Endgame. I'll just enjoy it. And they've done a remarkably good job with all of the big tentpole movies of catching viewers up to speed and not making it super inaccessible. Hey, Ryan made another 500 euros. Way to go, bud. Driver Ryan has leveled up. All right. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of our man Ryan in his red truck. And now we've discovered Salzburg. Oh, we're having a as I stop a good 20 meters before the red light. We're being so productive here. It's really fantastic. And right up here is our delivery spawn. I come to another grinding stop. Sand Builders. Oh, is that yeah, Sand Builders is the Danish mafia that Carrie and I talked about so long ago. Was it Danish mafia? Some kind of mafia. I forget. Well, they haven't come after me so far. They probably own the bank to whom I owe all these loans, so I'll just keep paying those off. And we'll be fine. And there we go. Delivery done. That seemed good. Excellent. Almost 500 kilometers. Look at that. With bonuses over 13,000 euros. Terrific. Good XP. That was a great delivery. Okay, and so now can we go look at company manager, driver manager. Let's check on Ryan. Well, first we'll check on me, and we're doing just fine, no problem. Ryan, okay, yeah, you are idle, but that's all right. Your average profit per day is 253. You got a ways to catch up to me, but that's fine. Okay, good. So he's resting, which is excellent. He made a couple deliveries. Good for him. Okay, and so he leveled up. So the training policy that determines what their points go into. So that's nice. Good work. All right, good work, Ryan. You know, you got a long ways to go, but I have great faith in you. You can do it. Guys, Bean Games Trucking is underway, growing like never before. I hope we can sustain this growth. Like I said, we're going to take it incrementally, one day at a time. Just keep making what we can and being profitable and safe out there on the road. Thanks for joining us on this journey today. We'll see you next week. Next week, coming on Monday, new game on the Monday series, Alan Wake. We'll have the first episode ready for you there. Hope it's going to be interesting. Maybe a little less tank control clunky than Resident Evil. We'll see. We're still getting there. But till next time, guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy Avengers Endgame if you're out to see that. And if not, don't worry. If I do see it, I will not spoil anything on this channel. I may talk about my feelings about it, but I'll be very vague. No spoilers here at Bean Games, at least not without warnings beforehand. So have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you next time here on Bean Games.